Diva Spot Radio, on the spot, on the grind.
First kiss in front of Queen of Angels, she was so fresh. Old definition, promiscuous. I wasn't ready, plus in public. Probably would've kept her if I went in. Still went ahead and got with the fast type later in life. Still struggling, yeah. Rockstar shit for real. Drugs and women, and how they go together so well. The love for sinning, it seems. Stuck in between blue lines and white sheets, and green leaves, and you. Why do people move to places where it gets so cold? Why do people move to places where it gets so cold? It can be awesome, as long as you don't claim me. I won't ask about what you're doing when you ain't with me. No, I promise I tried it the other way and it exploded. I'm sure you attached yourself to something that just couldn't hold on. And now you're here with me. Don't stop exploring, baby. Why do people move to places where it gets so cold? Why do people move to places where it gets so cold? Why do people move to places where it gets so cold?
Diva Spot Radio, on the spot, on the grind.
What's going on, all my Dons and Divas? I'm glad y'all here with me today. I'm super blessed to have you in the midst with me. It's your girl Diva Ebony B. You're now tuned in live to the Mommy Mom Show each and every Monday, where we discuss topics that relate to women and mothers and mother figures and queens and princesses and those boss moms and those on the rise. And our topic today that I wanted to talk about is getting it off your chest or going mad. You guys make sure you follow me on all the social platforms at Diva Ebony B via Facebook, Diva Ebony B via Twitter, Diva Ebony B YouTube and SoundCloud. And I just appreciate you guys following. We need to start getting things off our chest, but there is a way for us to get things off our chest. As women, we know we are very, very emotional creatures, and sometimes things can get a little bit messy, but don't feel bad. It's all about regrouping, replanning, and recharging yourself, and we need to do that on today. We wear so many hats. Women, we wear so many hats. We do so many things. And I think when we have a blowout, we just have a blowout. And some understand and some don't. Some family members get concerned about us. and they're like, man, let me call this woman up and see how she doing. And some people just like, oh, I got to stay away from her. But just know that you are human, and you're always going to be human. We're going to get more into that when we come back from this music break. It's your girl Diva Ebony B, and you're now tuned in live to Diva Spot Radio, on the spot, on the grind, with your host Diva Ebony B.
Diva Spot Radio, on the spot, on the grind.
Bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out, and I'll lay your ship bare. See, I leave with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. You had my heart baby, I have no story to be told, but I've heard one of you, and I'm gonna make your head burn. Think of me in the depths of your despair. Making home down there is mine, sure won't be shared. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it
Diva Spot Radio, on the spot, on the grind.
That's Adele right there, rolling in the deep. It's your girl Diva Ebony B, and you're tuned in live to the Mommy Mom Show each and every Monday. I wanted to talk about this topic, get it off your chest or go mad. And we need to have this conversation. We need to talk about it, because when we have a human moment or a blowout, and sometimes we have blowout ladies. And everybody, welcome to the show. Big shout out to everybody that's tuned in live on Facebook Live. Big shout out to Periscope, and big shout out to live.me. I'm so blessed that y'all are here. Make sure you follow the show on Spreaker. Again, that's on Spreaker. And also make sure you follow us on Twitter at Diva Ebony B, at Diva Spot Radio. I want to have this conversation because women, we wear so many hats. We do so many things, and sometimes we even extra exhort ourselves. Bernadette, hey, we put too much on our plate sometime, or too much is expected of us to do, and then when we have a blowout, or we just be like, listen, I can't do this, I can't do it all by myself, you guys need to pull your weight, or pull yourself up by the bootstrap. It's like, wow, did she just go off? I'm so used to her being so nice, I'm so used to her being so positive, and there's a way to do it, because we get in our feelings. Women, we are emotional creatures, right? I'm an emotional creature. I'm a Pisces, so I'm very hey Wanda, I'm very in tune with spirits. I am able to pick up one's energy very, very quick, and I have to remind myself, but I do live and speak in my truth. But there's a way for me to speak in my truth. I need to speak from my truth and not from my pain, and that's what makes the difference. Maybe like last week, I had made a post. I posted a video, and I literally expressed how I really was feeling. And I do understand that I do have those out there following me, those women out there supporting me, those people out there who want to work with me. But I just need y'all to understand that I am human too. But big shout out to everybody that reached out to me and hit me up just to make sure I was okay, and say, hey Diva, it's a way that you can do things. Ebony, it's a way that you can go about things. And I wanted to share that with you queens today, because somebody loved me enough, a couple of you bodies loved me enough to say, hey, don't let nobody bring you out of your character. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Don't let anyone make you feel small or insufficient, or make you just want to snap back or clap back, because sometimes it's not even worth it. I didn't make that video for anyone, in that live for anyone in particular. I just was speaking my truth and how I really felt. And I think that a lot of times women, we keep our mouth closed. We don't say how we feel. We hold it in, and one day we just have this big old explosion, and it takes our family members and people around us by surprise. Like, what is going on with you? But you got to take me as I am. I'm growing every day. I'm growing. We are growing too. We're growing from past relationships, past experience. We're growing out of health issues. We're growing out of poor money management issues. We're growing out of poverty. And sometimes our flesh could, arise in us and cause us to act out. But what I will say, and I'm so blessed with my first lady, big shout out to my first lady, Stacey Jackson. She said, use me as a soundboard before you go public. And that's what I wanted to talk about today, ladies, because our tongue can get away from us, and we can express how we feel. We can say how we feel, but that still doesn't change anything if we hadn't come up with any type of solutions, or somebody to say, listen, you can call me and we can talk about this, because a lot of us don't really feel like we have people that we can really call. Hey, Denia. Hey, Rodney. A lot of us don't feel like we have people that we can call and get honest about our stuff. Like, I'm really going through this. And then they see you on social media network, and a lot of them don't know that, as a radio personality, as a mother, as a boss mom, as a woman, as a wife, as a friend, I go through too. I choose and pick the things that I want to post on social media, and I need to be honest about who I am. I never wanted to be a person who, especially with my following, with my career, I never want to be a person that you guys are took by surprise of me having an opinion. having life experience, having ups and downs. We all go through something, and I believe we give social media too much of a platform for people to dictate how we supposed to feel, for people to just have an opinion on how we should be blessed. you don't go through anything. I see you're a great mom, you're a great wife, you're a great, but it takes a lot. We go through a lot of things and behind the scenes. I guess that's what I'm saying. The behind the scenes is a lot of work and a lot of fires that we are putting out. And a lot of times as women and mothers, we are so busy putting out fires that somehow in some way the flame, we call it a flame. And why not have a conversation? Why not tell somebody, don't waste my time? Or it's a way that you can say it. That's the problem with us now. We used to things being sugar coated and things being pretty and likes and hearts and emojis on Facebooks, that we realize that we fail to realize that we are regular people with extraordinary gifts. I'm a regular person with an extraordinary gift, and I go through just like you, but I do have a social responsibility of the way that I present myself when I'm going through something, and the way that I recover. And that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, is recovering after you have a blowout. It's your girl Diva Ebony B. You're now tuned in live to Diva Spot Radio, the Mommy Mom Show, each and every Monday. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Diva Spot Radio, at Diva Ebony B. Also make sure you follow us, hit us up on our Facebook page, our fan page at Diva Spot Radio. Let's take another music break, and when we come back, we're going to get to more. We're going to get in more about how to restore and how to heal. It's your girl Diva Ebony B. Let's do it.
Diva Spot Radio, on the spot, on the grind. Diva Spot Radio on the spot, on the grind.
Welcome back, y'all. It's your girl, Diva Ebony Bean. We are back here on the Mommy Mom Show. Give yourself a round of applause today if you got up and you just kept moving and pushing forward, because that's what it's about at the end of the day. I'm your host, Diva Ebony B. Thank you for tuning in. We're talking about getting it off your chest or going mad. You have to get these things off your chest that are holding you hostage. Any hurt, any pain, any stagnation, any frustration, anything. Big shout out to Bianca on the check-in. We definitely see you, Bianca. We just played the hot song by Fiona, and it Kills Me. That's a really good one. I wanted to play that song because some of the things that we are having and holding in is killing us. It's killing us holding it in, and we have to release that stress and that energy, and talk about it and have a sounding board. We need someone that will act as a sounding board, something that will act as a sounding board, to get that out, because if we don't, it's going to cause a struggle and hardship in our everyday life. I want to just kind of highlight a couple of things. When you feeling all out of place, frustrated, angry, upset, emotional, you got to find the underline, like what's really going on, what's really bothering you. And once you're able to identify what is going on with you or what is causing you issues, then you can start making a change. Like right now, it's 85 degrees over here in Washington State. Big shout out to the Midwest, and it is causing me to be very hot and uncomfortable. But my solution to that is just, first of all, a nice cold shower, lots of cold drinks to get that in my system, and just to learn how to cool down. And that's another thing that I want to talk about is solutions of when we get frustrated. I got some really good men and women in my life who I can soundboard to. And when I say soundboard, before you post on social media, before you make a video, and I don't take back my video that I did. I don't take back anything that I said. That was my true feelings. That was my organic true feelings. That's how I felt. That I see after speaking with my people who love me, my soundboards, and getting insight and getting input at that point. After talking to them, stuff started to make a lot of sense to me. Like, Ebony, you wear a lot of hats. There's a lot of stuff going on. You get invited to a lot of events. You helping a lot of people. But what about you? And I don't really take failure or disappointment well. And that was my issue. I don't take failure or hang-ups or stagnation very well. If I have a goal or if I have an ideal in my head, I give every event, I give 100% in everything that I do. Like, I know I'm not a perfectionist. I know I'm not perfect, but some things I try to perfect because I know I have the skills. So I kind of took it hard or got frustrated when you're dealing with people who don't show up to go up. And it's kind of like, you won't show up to something positive, but you want me to come to you with something average, basic, or negative. And I just felt the need to put those on notice that's on my social media platform, that if you're not talking to me or we're linking up to do incredible things within this earth, do something for the community, work with each other, collab with each other, why are you here watching me? Why are you watching me live my life? But some wisdom and some food that was given to me is, you are the motivator, Ebony. People are going to watch you. Hey, Nancy on the check-in, Nancy Lynn Johnson. That's family right there. Thank you for being on the check-in on the Mommy Mom Show. But it just helped me to realize that it's just a couple of things. It's the way you can speak your mind, and you can say what you want to say, but it's the way that you say it. It's the way that you go about doing it. And you can't really focus on people who are not focusing on the same goal that you have. It's everything for everybody. You know, if that makes sense for you guys that's tuning in, and thank you for wanting to check in, but everything ain't for everybody. You just have to focus on your target market or your target goal. Whatever you're trying to do or get to, that's your target. The people who are going to support you will be there. And I just wanted to kind of send a PSA out to people like, listen, reach out to me. Let's do something amazing. If you say you proud of me, purchase something. If you say you proud of me, promote me to somewhere. If you say that you're proud of me, share me with somebody. Hey V is on the check-in. Big shout out to V, all my kings on the check-in and tuning in to the show right now. But I really don't take disappointment very well, and that's something that I have to work on. There's something that I have to grow and do. There's something that I had to identify. Because if I didn't get my truth off of my chest, it would drive me crazy. It would literally drive me mad. So being that I was able to identify what was going on with me first, right? Me, why were you upset? Why were you mad? Why were you disappointed? Why were you shocked? You know, what were you puzzled about? I figured out what was going on with me, and then I realized that people that I wanted to work with and wanted to build with, my target audience or my target market was not really an ideal market for what I was trying to do. They didn't have the same vision as me or the same goals, or they didn't put value on the things that I want to work with them with. And I can't get upset that these particular people don't value me the way that I value me. I just got to keep valuing me and moving on, because there are individuals out there who want to do amazing things with you in this world. And I'm just so blessed. And big shout out to my girl Bianca. She was just very, very supportive. She encouraged me, and it just felt good because you able to see the seeds that you put in someone else prosper and grow. And then they can come back and plant a seed into you too. So even though you plant a seed into somebody, you are a farmer, and you go and plant a seed into somebody, it doesn't mean that they can't turn right back around and plant a seed of hope in you. A seed of joy and a seed of confidence in you. And we can do that, ladies. Queens, we can do that. I know sometimes it gets real frustrating with being a mother and working in school and pursuing your dreams and your career, because nobody believes in you like you and God, right? Nobody really wants to see the value in you like you. They can't see your dream as yours, but it's your right and your responsibility to live in your dream and your happiness. We put so much on the back burner, but when do we get to the point that we say, you know what? Today is the day that I stop asking permission to be great. Today is the day that I stop asking permission to pursue the life that I want. Today is the day that I stop taking every last dime that I have to put into somewhere else, but invest into me. And we're going to talk about that when we come back. We're going to take another music break, and we're going to talk about investing time, energy, love, and money into ourselves, because we are the long-term investment. It's your girl Diva Ebony B. You're now tuned in live to Diva Spot Radio, the Mommy Mob Show, each and every Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's do it.
Diva Spot Radio, on the spot, on the grind. Diva Spot Radio, on the spot, on the grind.
Pain, blood, it's everything I know. I gave a life. Cold sweat, deep breaths. If I lose it all, then I don't want it back. I don't need it back. I don't want it back. Where I'm from won't be long. healthy strength. Tears, I'm holding on to all I need to fight. Tight ropes, false hopes. If I lose your love, then I don't want it back. I don't need it back, back. I don't want it back, back. Where I'm from won't be long till I'm gone. I'll finish first, I'm done rehearsing. It ain't worth it if I don't win. We could gain the whole world. We could gain the whole world. Fuck with all the bad girls.
Diva Spot Radio on the spot, on the grind.
This ain't waiting through time and standing in line no more. No more. Where I'm from won't be long till I'm gone. I'll finish first, I'm done rehearsing. It ain't worth it if I don't win.
I wanna get married like the Kirk, Steph and Aisha, but we more like Belly, Tommy and Keisha. Gave you TLC, you wanna creep it, poured out my whole heart to a piece. Man, I thought you would've learned a lesson about liking pictures, not returning texts. I guess it's fine, man, I get the message. You still stutter after certain questions. You keep in contact with certain exes. Do you though? Trust me, it's cool though. Said that you was working, but you out here chasing who knows. With two lies, chilling poolside. Two lies, I could've did what you did to me to you a few times. But if I did decide to slide, find somebody, let him hit. You would've been pissed, but that's not my MO. I'm not that type of. And karma for you is gonna be who you end up with. Don't make me sick. Baby, I adore. I gave you everything, was mine is yours. I want you to live your life, of course, but I hope you get what you dying for. Be careful with me. Do you know what you're doing? Whose feelings that you hurting and bruising? You gon' get the whole world, but is it worth the girl that you losing? Be careful with me. Yeah, it's not a threat, it's a warning. Be careful with me. Yeah, my heart is like a package with a fragile label on it. Be careful with me. Careful me. Always say that you be there for me. Oh, you better treat me carefully. Yeah. I was here before all of this. Guess you acting out now, you got an audience. Tell me where your mind is, drop a pin, what's the coordinates? You might have a fortune, but you lose me, you still gon' be misfortunate. Tell me, this love's got you this good stuff in the head. You want some random up in your bed? She don't even know your middle name. Watch her, cause she might steal your chain. You don't want someone who love you instead? I guess not though, blame, disrespect. You nothing like the I met. Talk to me crazy and you quick to forget. You even got me tripping. You got me looking in the mirror different. Thinking I'm flawed because you inconsistent. Between them, rocking a hard place, the mud and the dirt. It's gone, hurt me to hate you, but loving is worse. It all stopped so abrupt, you started switching it up. Teach me to be like you, so I cannot give a f***. Free to mess with someone else, I wish these feelings come out. Cause you mine is yours. I want you to live your life, of course, but I hope you get what you're dying for. Be careful with me. Do you know what you're doing? Whose feelings that you hurting and bruising? You gon' get the whole world, but it's it right the girl that you're losing. Be careful with me.
Diva Spot Radio on the spot, on the grind.
Be careful with me. My heart is like a package, but fragile. It go on and be careful with me.
Cardi B right there. Be careful. Followed behind Jarrell Perry with the Win acapella. It's your girl Diva Ebony B. You're now tuned in live to Diva Spot Radio on the Mommy Mom Show. And we talking about getting it off your chest before you go mad. You got to get it off your chest, ladies. You got to communicate. You got to tell your people, your girlfriend, your man, your kids, your co-workers, your boss, be careful with me. Be careful with me. Before we had the music break, I told you I wanted to talk about investing into yourself, investing emotionally, investing spiritually, investing financially. And it's going to take some time because we're working to become more whole. And big shout out to everybody on the check-in. Rochelle, I see you on the check-in. Roberta, I see you on the check-in. Big shout out to everybody as you come in the room, and make sure you share the live and the Periscope. Really appreciate it. Big shout out to everybody that's tuning in on Twitter. Make sure you follow me at Diva Ebony B. Hit up my Facebook page on Facebook at Diva Spot Radio, Frontline Fridays, and Diva Ebony B. Definitely appreciate all the love. But let's talk about investing into us, right? We need to invest into ourselves. And I want to start with emotions, because I honestly feel like emotions for women trigger a lot of other things that can either help us or harm us. And that's learning how to have some self-control and control our emotions. It's hard, y'all. It is so hard when you are, you got so many things that you're doing, from work to school to the kids, to your man, to your girlfriends, to the community. You know, it's a lot of things that's going on. And some of us are just in a place where we just don't feel like I have the energy or the know-how to get better. How do I get better? So investing into us is important, ladies. We invest into people all the time, all day. It's okay for you to take some time out to get some emotional investment. And when I say emotional investment, I would mean have a person that's a sounding board that you can talk to, not just vent, but also get good feedback and solutions on how to help you with your situation. If you need to go to counseling, go to counseling. Listen, queens, ain't nothing wrong with going to counseling and having you someone that is not just on your side. You know, you want to go to somebody that can give you unbiased opinion about what's going on with you. Because if we don't get it off our chest, we're going to take it out on our kids. We're going to take it out on our friends. We're going to take it out on our coworkers. We're going to take it out on our mates. We're going to take it out on anybody that comes in contact with us. Like, they going to get a 2-piece and a biscuit. But we don't have to be like that. And if you have went off, and if you have let your emotions get to the best of you in a situation, just regroup. Just regroup. Find you hey Craig on the check-in. I see you, Craig. But just regroup. In order to put out a fire, you don't add gasoline to it. In order to get out of a hole, stop digging one. If you're having an issue with someone and you want to reconcile it, and you know they just want to have the tea about it. They just want to make the tea more than what it is. They just want to keep heating up the tea when you already like, listen, I'm good. I'm over here sipping. I'm done with that. You have to move forward. And I learned that for me too. Because I could sit around and talk about a situation all day, but what am I doing to have, to speak my truth? Because I got to get it off my chest. I done spoke my truth. Now I need to leave that alone and move forward. A lot of bad things is going to happen to us, and a lot of good things is going to happen to us too. And if we are not careful, we won't say anything. because we don't want to start any trauma or I'm trying to put trouble and drama together, y'all. Help a diva. Let me get a little sip. All right, I got a little sip. I see Bianca says Shaquana and Brianna is in on the check-in. Big shout out. Welcome to the Mommy Mom Show. I'm your host, Diva Ebony B. And we're talking about getting things off your chest before you go mad. But I want to talk about investing into us. So emotionally, invest into yourself. Get you a friend or someone that you can trust as a sounding board to get it off your chest, so you won't be walking around here like Debo taking people chains, all right? Or you can get you a counselor, somebody you can talk to, and go have a counsel session. It's a lot of post-traumatic distress order that a lot of post-traumatic things that has happened in our lives as women, black women, Asian women, Korean women, white women. Women have went through some hardships and we ain't properly talked about it. Yeah, I said it. We have not properly talked about it, and we act like we okay, but we're not. Pump your brakes. You are not okay, honey. You need to get that thing out, and you need to talk to somebody and be open-minded. Be open-minded for your emotions. Be open-minded to receive some information that may help you get past the hurt. Because a lot of times, and I used to do this a lot, and sometimes I do it now. I ain't perfect, y'all. But we walk right past the house of paradise and go right to the house of pain. Let me say that again. We walk right past the house of paradise and go right to the house of pain. Because we're familiar with pain. We're familiar with letdowns. We're familiar with confusion. We're familiar with lack of communication. And we sometimes take that in and say, okay, we're going to fix it. One thing I learned about myself, I'm a people pleaser to a certain degree. I like to have parties and host and see people have fun and entertain. And then I'm a people fixer. So when my people pleaser and my people fixer start going tag team, I gotta jump in the middle and step on a rope and say, look, y'all gotta stop swinging this rope because I'm not doing double dutch with y'all today. I'm just saying, you got your people pleaser or your people fixer. And that's just me. That's something that I can identify. Some of us are, we don't even like people. We don't like being around people. We don't like being around crowds. We don't really trust anybody. But if you're there and you feel like you can't trust nobody, what is it about you that you can't trust? I'm just saying, we point this gun all day. You point your finger. If you hold your finger right now, right, and you point it at something, it's a gun. But remember, those 3 fingers right there, those 3 bullets are pointing back at you. Those 3 cannons are pointing back at you. So where can I help me? Okay, let's invest in that part. Investing into yourself. Let's talk about spiritually. Your spirit woman and your flesh woman is at war every day. And one day your spirit woman, most of your days for some of us, our spirit woman is winning. She is just like, yep, I can brush off any hate. I can move forward. Any obstacles put in front of me. She is able to be that positive person, that the one that focuses on the solution. Like, she'll get the problem, but she'll go right into the solution within 30 seconds later or a minute later. She doesn't sit there. She knows that she's blessed and highly favored. She loves people. She forgives people. She encourages people. You know, she's what we would call the fruit of the spirit queen. That's what I'm going to call her. I'm going to call her the fruit of the spirit queen, where she's able to let things go. That's the spirit woman, right? But know that there is a flesh woman. The flesh woman is still there, and she comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And I had to identify who my flesh woman was, because a couple of years ago, like I said, she comes to steal, kill, and destroy. I told that heifer, you can't tear up no more of my houses. That's it. Baby, you can't stay here. But in order to evict your flesh woman, that negative woman, that hating woman, that jealous woman, that envious woman, that petty woman, you have to find a reason to evict her. It's kind of like when we move into houses or apartments, they do the credit check. The spirit woman passes the credit check, but then here comes the flesh woman later on. She's a tenant, and you have to have reason to evict the tenant, meaning that the tenant is causing damage to your property. The tenant is not consistent with paying their rent. The tenant is just all out. The tenant is causing issues on the property or not taking care of the property. And when I'm speaking of this, I'm speaking as you as a whole. You're not taking care of your body. You ain't taking care of yourself. You're not getting up and doing something for yourself. You're not being consistent with your dreams and your skill. That's your flesh woman. And she gonna tell you, girl, you ain't nothing. You can't do that. You don't have the skill set. You don't deserve better. You don't deserve a husband. You don't deserve to live in a great neighborhood. This is the way of life. That girl, she'll lie. She'll lie. But like I said, in order for you to evict her, just like in order for someone to have to evict you out of an apartment, they have to find reason. Now that you got the reason to evict her, right? And we're talking about investing into yourself emotionally. It's your girl, Diva Ebony B. You're now tuned in live to the Mommy Mom Monday, each and every Monday on Diva Spot Radio here. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Diva Ebony B, at Diva Spot Radio. And also check us out on Spreaker. Again, that's on Spreaker, www.spreaker.com/Frontline Fridays. Again, that's www.spreaker.com/Frontline Fridays. And we're talking, about investing into yourself. We talked about investing emotionally. Now we're talking about investing spiritually. And between that spirit woman and that flesh woman, you have a reason to kick her out. Now you got to take her to court. Take your hating, evil, petty flesh woman to court. You got to fill out that paperwork for that girl. And it's going to cause you, it's going to cause you have to fill out some paperwork and put in some work. I have to put in work, y'all. I have to put in work to get my flesh woman out of my house. And that means I have to identify where she plays a negative role. So go down, file your paperwork, then you get your day in court. You get your day in court to say why you no longer want this tenant to steal, kill, and destroy things around your house. This person is stagnating your territory. Because I know we trying to go somewhere. And if you tuned into this show right now, I know you trying to go somewhere. If you trying to go somewhere, let me see some hearts. And give me a 1,000. Queen 1,000. If you trying to go somewhere, just type Queen 1,000 in the comments. So I know it's real, right? So I know it's real. Put Queen 1,000 in the comments. And I'm going to give y'all a round of applause for that already. Yes. Yes. Put her in her place. Now that you have your day in court, when you're investing into yourself spiritually, now you're in front of a higher authority, aka the judge, or either you take it to God. And you can go to God at any time, no matter where you are, and say, this flesh woman is causing me to be insecure. This flesh woman is causing me to accept little of myself. This flesh woman is causing me to isolate myself. I'm blocking off my family. And she messing with a chick bag. She messing with my money. She's a problem. She is a problem, and she has to go. And you pray on it. And you let God make that decision for you to release that from you. Because he's going to put you in a position to grow. Here we grow again. When you're planting a seed, and even after you evict somebody out of an apartment, right? And the negative tenant leave, right? And you go back into the house. And you see all the work that you have to do to restore this home. Maybe you got to repaint. Okay. Maybe you got to replace a couple of window frames. All right. Maybe they damaged the pipes in the water. You have to come in and repair the house, and you got to change out the carpet. Change your carpet out. It's a couple of things that you do to renovate yourself. And that's what I want to say to you guys. I learned to refresh my soul by taking time, walking with God, loving God, seeking his counsel, reading his word, watching, from music to watching movies and just turning my phone off and getting off of social media and just spending time with him. And even looking how God has just showed up in my life, how in spite of, I still got a roof over my head. In spite of, I still have a job. In spite of, I still have beautiful children who love me and care for me and adore me. In spite of, I'm still got my health and my wealth to do something and to restore this house. That's how you invest into your spirit, your spirit woman and not your flesh woman. And it can be different from all of y'all, but I just want to give y'all a couple of jewels to put in y'all bag to at least start somewhere, right? Let's get into this last one before we take another music break. It's your girl, Diva Ebony B. You're now tuned in live to Diva Spot Radio, the Mommy Mom Show, each and every Monday. Thank you so much for being here with me. I definitely appreciate the love, the follows, and the shares. Thank you for sharing with somebody because this can probably touch somebody. Let's talk about investing into yourself in finance. Some of us are working 2 jobs, a job and a half, a full-time and a part-time and running our business. And we are working these jobs and working these places and believing in our careers for financial stability. We want to maintain wealth. We want to maintain money where we can be able to live comfortably, support our children in any endeavors that they may have. If they want to go to college, buy the oldest one a new car when they graduate from senior year, just certain things, just to invest in, even to travel for ourselves. Some of us haven't even went on our honeymoons because we went from being married to managing, married to manage. So one thing that I will say is a good investment for you right now, is to start off and get you a financial advisor or a financial planner. And there's companies out there that will work for you for absolutely free. They will sit down and have a consultation with you. Jonathan Johnson, thank you for being here on the check-in. Dope ass music. We definitely appreciate you here. But another way to invest into yourself is Mommy Mom Mondays. Get it off your chest. Or go mad. We can't be going mad behind this money, ladies, queens. Get you a financial advisor so they can sit down and help you look at your money, what you have coming in, what you have going out, and talking about long-term investments. Life insurance is so important. Having a living will, doing your will, that's important. So if something was to happen to you, whether you have a premature death, an accidental death, or, you die of old age, you don't want nobody, sister such and such, and homegirl from down the street or whatever, or your baby daddy, your baby mama. You don't want people arguing at your funeral, or I loved her the most, so she wanted this and she wanted that way. No. We need to get organized. We need to make sure that things are written in stone so people know exactly what to do, what your wishes was. Don't go to your death or go to your grave and leaving your family all of that hardship to deal with, and the confusion and saying, well, I don't know where her will is at or what this was. We can start planning for that right now. It don't matter what age you are. You can start planning for that right now. You ain't got to wait around for that. And it's a company, and I'll get them in a few minutes because I had actually ran into this particular company that me and my husband decided to work with. We actually met with them today and talking about financial planning and financial freedom. And a lot of things that they were saying to us made a lot of sense, and they were showing us how to make our money make money and help us understand what an ARI was and all of these great things. So that's first. Next thing, ladies, is if you work in a part-time job right now and you're you need hours but you ain't getting the hours that you want, start your own company. Start your own business, even if it's something as small as just starting off with babysitting somebody's kids. Let me tell you something. Child care is always something that's needed. You find a need that's going on within your neighborhood or within your town. You find what a need at and what's missing, and then you fill that need. You can start off with anything. Women shop all the time. I know. They call me up. They shop all the time. Women love. One thing that will never go as far as with women is skincare and cosmetics and beauty. That's another thing. Hair, makeup. And I know somebody's like, oh, I'm not a salesperson. You don't have to be a salesperson. People just need to know that you the plug, and they going to come and plug in with you. That's it. And the effort that you put into it is what you're going to get out. Hey, Jade, thank you for being here. Jade on the check-in, definitely appreciate that. But find something that you really love doing that really sparks your creativity, and maybe you want to start doing an internship for someone. Maybe you want to just start shadowing somebody. If you want to be an event planner or do interior decorating, or you want to be a chef, or you want to make cakes, or you want to sell shoes, or you want to sell real estate, whatever you want to do, go out there and do it. And always be a student, become a student, and if it costs for you to invest an initial fee into you starting your business, do it. Because guess what? You going to go and support somebody else's business. You going to go and spend $50, $100, $200 with somebody else. Why you won't do that for yourself? I'm just saying, Queens. Invest into yourself. Invest into long-term insurance. Invest into your children's college, your retirement right now, your children's college education. Invest into you having another business, another brand that gets you a bag. Another business that gets you a bag. People on your job, they go out and they buy things from Walmart. They buy things from Ross. Why don't you be the go-to? The one in between. All you gotta do is let somebody know you in business. Let's take another music break. It's your girl Diva Ebony B. You're now tuned in live to the Mommy Mom Show each and every Monday. Follow me on Twitter at Diva Ebony B. That's at Diva Ebony B. I'm gonna play some K-Don right here. This hot song called Depression.
Diva Spot Radio on the spot, on the grind.
Sometimes it's kinda hard when you get up with the stress. Thinking to myself how I end up in this mess. Maybe it's just a test. Done lost too many friends. Gotta say R.I.P. to Jordan, Jock, and Ben. Now where do I begin? My daddy died in 08. Lost my cousin Sean to a nigga with that gunplay. See, I ain't really been straight. Even though you see a smile, don't let that shit fool you. I'm just covering the frown. I hate feeling down. Some days are better than most. When you see the things that I've seen, you lose hope. It's really hard to cope. Maybe I learned my lesson. Asking for forgiveness in return for a blessing. Depression. Addressing situation. Look at all the suicide we face across the nation. I know we lose patience, so quick to give in. Never wanna talk about our problems, we so distant. Just know you have a friend, I'll always be around. Remember with kings and queens, don't let them take your crown. And I'ma hold you down, no matter what the cost. This is for the ones who ain't here that we lost. Believe I understand, cause I'm going through it too. Not a day goes by, I'm not feeling just like you. You know I have a clue about the pain you feel. I tried to take my own life when I was just a kid. Thank God I'm still living. I'm here to make a change. I never sell my soul for this world or for fame. Maybe I learned my lesson. Asking for forgiveness in return for a blessing. Depression.
Peace and blessings, King.
Diva Spot Radio on the spot, on the grind.
I let it fall, my heart, as it fell, you rose to claim it. It was dark and I was over until you kissed my lips and you saved me. My hands, they're strong, but my knees were far too weak to stand in your arms without falling to your feet. But there's a side to you that I never knew. All the things you say they were never true, never true. The games you play, you would always win, always win. But I set fire to the rain, watched it pour as I touched your face. When it burned, when I cried, 'cause I heard it screaming out your name. Your name, with you, I could stay there, close my eyes for you. Forever, you and me together, nothing gets better. But there's a side to you that I never knew. All the things you'd say they were never true, never true. And the games you play, you would always win, always win. But I set fire to the rain, watched it pour as I touched your place. When it burned, when I cried, 'cause I heard it screaming out your name. Your name, I set fire to the rain, and I threw us into the flame. When we fell, something died, 'cause I knew that was the last time, the last time. Sometimes I wake up by the door, that heart you born must be waiting for you. Even now, when we're already over, I can't help myself from looking for you. I set fire to the rain, watched it pour as I touched your face. When it burned, well I cried, 'cause I heard it screaming out your name. Your name, I set fire to the rain, and I threw us into the flames. When we fell, something died, 'cause I knew that was the last time, the last time.
Diva Spot Radio on the spot, on the grind.
Adele right there, man. I love Adele. She is just super, super awesome. I love her range. I love everything about her. Big shout out to Elle. That was a set fire to the ring live at the Regal Albert Hall. And then before that, I hit you guys. I got so many. K-Don, depression. That was another. Make sure y'all follow K-Don on social media at K-Don. He's definitely a well-rounded brother, and he talks about depression. Sometimes I'm up and sometimes I'm low, but a lot of times you got to get it off your chest so you won't get mad. Big shout out to Brother Rodney, Man of God Ministries, live in the building. We definitely see you and thank you for being here, but you got to get that thing off your chest, y'all. You got to go talk about it. Some of your good first ladies, your sister, your cousin, your pastor, your counselor, let them be the sounding board before you get to a person or an individual, because we can have blowouts. Life can give us blowouts, and then we forget all the other amazing things that's going on around us. Everything that we have to be grateful for. And I am guilty of that. I deal with mommy guilt a lot of times, with me working, I used to really have mommy guilt when I worked. Hey Tina on the check-in. Thank you so much, Tina, for being here. It's your girl Diva Ebony B. You're now tuned in live to the Mommy Mob Show on Diva Spot Radio here, and we're talking about getting it off your chest before you go mad, before you blow up and have a blowout. But I dealt with mommy guilt, especially when I was working full-time and working to have my radio station, have my business license, the advertising, the promotion, talking to people, getting my name out there, interviewing people, booking interviews, because I basically take care of all of the operations that goes with the station. I basically do everything, and I really appreciate it, but it was so hard doing that, working full-time the graveyard shift and being a CNA at the time. And just recently, at the top of 2018 in April, I decided to go full-time for myself. I had worked years in stacked money, stacked up funds. Every time I got my paycheck, I would have something automatically taken out, and I forgot about that money because that money was just for me to be able to live comfortably for at least a couple of months and stretch it to a year, to do what I love doing, and that's hosting pamper parties. That's embracing and loving on women and networking and doing motivational speakers and traveling with the station. And that's where I'm at. I'm in a place in life where I have the opportunity to do that. I'm very, very blessed. But I had guilt when I first started off. As far as transportation, me and my son was taking a bus. I felt, what we got? We got a few more minutes. Okay, we got 7 more minutes, lady. So I kind of felt bad that I was at a certain age and didn't have a car, and me and my son was getting on a bus, for him to go to the Boys and Girls Club and for me to go to work. And then it was frustrating on those rainy days and those hot days. But when I look back now that I have a car and I own my car, and I went through the process of getting a loan, making the payments, paying the car insurance, it was all worth it. It was all worth it, because those days at the bus stop, rain, sleet, or snow, it helped me appreciate the car that I have, and the responsibilities and stress that come with having a car note, paying car insurance, car repair, gas, tabs, and all of that stuff is. It doesn't go away. It's still there, but I'm thankful for that. Another piece of mommy guilt that I kind of felt. Well, I would say I didn't feel sad or I wasn't upset about it. It was just like, it was everything. It was my housing. It was the mere fact that I felt like I wasn't married at the time, and the relationship that I was in was pretty rocky. It really wasn't stable. It really didn't give me the satisfaction that I was looking for. Working on the weekends, working 2 jobs, childcare. Well, no, I would take back childcare, because the Boys and Girls Club, big shout out to the Boys and Girls Club, and big shout out to the childcares out there. The ones that I have is blessed. I mean, I'm so blessed to have them. And I remember paying $620 a month for childcare for my daughter, and that was part-time. And then later on, God sent me a blessing. He sent me some mercy where I only had to pay $15, then $65, then $165 as I started to grow. So I'm thankful for that. And my co-parent relationship with my children father, it was just like, I don't know. It really, it was not where I thought it should be. But my expectations of somebody and what they're capable of was two different things. So let's come on and chuck all the mommy guilt. Get over it. Anything that you are feeling guilty about, whether it be your marriage, your relationship, the father figure that's in you and your kids' life, your transportation, your housing, your co-parenting, your child care, you're working all these jobs and whatnot. This is just a temporary season. This is to take you to the next level where you're trying to go, and it is God's plan. It's your girl, Diva Ebony B. You're now tuned in live to the Mommy Mom Show each and every Monday on Diva Spot Radio. I want to thank everybody for being here and just being on the check-in, listening, and sharing the video. Go ahead and follow the page. That way you can be able to be notified when I'm live on air. I have 3 different shows a week. Mommy Mom Mondays, excuse me, Mommy Mom Mondays, Frontline Fridays, and we out here Wednesday. So I'm always doing something. I'm always out in the community. We got a shout out to Karen Jeet with Numbers and Names. We got an event coming up on the 21st. On Saturday, and it's going to be at TCC. It's a town hall meeting, and we're going to be talking about mass incarceration of women and girls. And my question to you is, what happens when a queen have a baby in jail? So I want to make sure you guys have information about that. I'll post the link in the comments on Periscope and on Facebook to the link where you can go ahead and register. It's a free event, and it's going to be this Saturday, the 21st, and it's going to be at Tacoma Community College in Building 2, I believe, but I will leave the link there. We got that coming up, and then also we have a beautiful You event that's coming up August the 4th right here at Mina's Nail Salon. So that's going to be hosted by the Agape Women Ministry, so make sure you check that out. I'm about to get out of here. You guys keep God first, family second, and career third, and know that you need to get it off your chest before you go mad. I'm out of here, y'all.
God's plan. God's plan. I can't do this on my own.
Diva Spot Radio on the spot, on the grind.
I've been me since Scarlet Road.
I'm taking my freedom, pulling it off the shelf, putting it
Diva Spot Radio on the spot, on the grind.